Welcome back to Fashionably Awkward. Hope everyone is having a good day. Today we are joined by CEO of fashion tech brand Voila, Shang from LA. Hi Ki, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, before diving into the interview, we would like to talk a little bit about Voila. Voila is an AI powered social commercial platform connecting brands, creators, and shoppers with a built in link management tool and a comprehensive data analytics. The founding members of this have come from renowned companies around the world, such as Google, Amazon, TikTok, and Rent the Runway.
Voila is a French word for there it is. Voila lives up to its name with a visual search engine that does all the work for you. It recognizes clothing, searches its database, and serves up similar styles from retailers and designers across the web. As a creator and as a consumer, this is very exciting. From support on content management to building their own social storefront, the vast offering at Voila allows every influencer to easily find the most exciting fitting tools that helps them to excel. Ki, we are so excited to know more about Voila. Could you let us know a little bit about yourself and how you started Voila?
Sure. About myself. I actually studied like mathematics, and astrophysics in college.
Okay.
Nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Interesting.
Started Voila in like 2019, right before the pandemic. We started with just like 4 to 5 people. We're trying to build a tech company to help creators monetize with ease. Over the course of last 2 to 3 years, now we grow into like a 50 people company, and then we're still expanding.
Wow.
Oh, exciting. Very interesting journey.
Yeah, that is from mathematics to fashion. Quite
Yeah.
a journey you had, and
Yeah.
that too, including fashion with tech. So yeah.
Yeah. And why did you choose to start like a fashion tech company?
Oh, that's a good question. So yeah, I started building this in 2019, but I have had this idea, been planning for it actually since 2014. I
Okay.
think the original plan was like the unpleasant online shopping experience. Like I get
Okay.
inspirations from different people I come across online, and I like the convenience of shopping online.
Yeah.
But the shopping experience is really cut apart among like social platforms, search engines,
Yeah.
and millions fragmented e-commerce sites.
Right.
And so the original idea was actually inspiration from the Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you guys like the
Yeah,
show
yeah,
or watch.
Yes. We
Yeah,
have watched it.
I remember like it was like I can't remember which season it was. Like I was still in college when I watched that episode. In that one episode, like Penny, the blonde girl
Yeah.
asked Sheldon to create an algorithm for her to take a photo of a shoe and then instantly find out where to buy them. I thought it was a great idea. Like
Yeah.
it would be better if we could scan through any content and find out all the shopping options right away, and it could also tell me the best deals among them.
Yeah.
So over the years, I just try to connect the dot and make sure the real business model could provide a solution that benefit more people. Then I thought, brands are paying a lot more on digital marketing these days, while
Right.
most creators can hardly actually monetize their content for a living, and yet consumers like you and me are still like not happy about like online shopping. So I thought to myself, hey, like I think I knew the connection now. So again, that was before the pandemic. I think the pandemic has definitely fueled the growth of social commerce industry. So more than ever, I believe we're doing the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, and there was definitely a gap between the brands and the consumers, and I think this kind of fills it with the help of the creators and the tech that your company is trying to
Yeah.
build around it for sure.
And this
Absolutely,
feature
yeah.
really makes it more user friendly and makes your
Convenient.
life very very easy, in terms of what you want to actually source online and whatever you find it difficult to look for similar kind of styles and everything. So that Voila is doing a wonderful job in that terms. And how do you think like Voila is different from other apps?
I would say it's different in 3 ways. Like first of all, like it's free. Like we don't charge creators anything for any features because our business model like isn't really trying to make money out of our creators. So that's one. Secondly, it's really easy to use. Like we try to build many automatic functions to help our users to save time. Like for example, you can build your own personal social storefront in like a minute. Like we allow you to sync or import all of your social media content into Voila, and our machine learning algorithm will try to identify every visible product and generate the affiliate links below to help you earn. Last but not least, we can really help creators make money. Like for every sale you generate, we make sure that the brand pays, and we always negotiate like higher commission rate for our creators.
Right. So it is definitely beneficial for the creators' point of view. And how do you think the brands are benefited, and why should brands, come to your brand to place their products?
That's a great question, actually. When we pitched to a lot of brands, at first they thought we were just like other influencer marketing agency. There was, what's your rate? How many influencers you have? What vertical, what categories they're in. And we're like, we're not a traditional agency. We're a tech company. So we have like over 30,000 creators on our platform. Instead of like the traditional marketing route, like you have a budget and you say, I want to work with like 20 creators. They have to create content for us. They have to put our links so we can track everything. We tell them that. Sure, we can work like that, but that's not really what we like to work. You give us your product, you tell us, give us a commission, then our algorithm, our machine learning algorithm will actually dynamically place all your product under any creator's content, really, because it can be either the original product they are like wearing or using. Or they can be the similar alternatives being placed aside to like whatever the creator is actually using. And you'll be surprised. The followers or consumers will actually place or click on more of the similar product than the original product, because the original product sometimes is out of stock, sometimes it's just too expensive. So when we work with brands, it's really for them, like there's no cost upfront for you. You only pay for the performance. Anything getting sold, you pay us for a commission. So brands love that.
This format is quite transparent, and I think it works well for both brand and creators, and they both are satisfied in terms of what they are offering to the whatever they are getting from the app. So quite fair in that term. So what have you learned about fashion in these 5 years with Voila?
That's a big question. I think it always like a learning process, because fashion is always changing and evolving, and it's not predictable at all, in my opinion. Like when you think you know something, it's already changed.
True.
I actually like to like share other point to kind of show this. So recently, like we took a deep analysis of all the products and links our creators like manually added, and then we also look at all the products and links like their followers clicked on or purchased, and we were shocked to see like only about 25% of them match. So what it means is like, when the fashion influencers share like their styles, like very professional styles, the followers, the fans follow the idea and the inspiration, but not the exact pieces of the products.
Exactly.
And that's why I think like our auto recommendation, engine plays a huge role on helping creators earn, because you never know like what your followers really gonna buy, even though like they're inspired by you.
Exactly. And I think the followership comes from various different social classes, and what they can afford differs, right? So I think there's a broad spectrum of price range that they can see through this app. So
even
that
in
helps.
terms of styles, like you said, like this app suggests them different styles, similar styles, so they can pick and choose from that those options. In terms of price range also, they get variety, so that helps them to have like sort of similar style, but still in their budget and their aesthetic, like align with their aesthetic. So that's great. Or do you like see in next 5 years that's happening for the brand coming up with digital fashion, clothing, or collaborating with digital influencers,
Creators,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's very interesting question. So I get like you're asking like maybe we don't need a real human
Yeah.
model.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Even in
clothing,
terms of
you know,
clothes.
put everything on their face, like
Yeah.
maybe a digital avatar. Can
Yeah,
do that.
avatar. Digital
Absolutely.
clothing.
I think I think especially in the space of social media, people follow someone is really for that person or that thing's like personality, that thing's style. So I think like even still like even just a digital avatar, there's like a people,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of team behind it.
Yeah.
So they're actually giving life to this digital avatar.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I don't think there's any difference between a real human to a digital avatar. But I do think like again, it goes back to fashion or beauty or anything inspirational. People follow good content instead of
Yeah.
like good people or good like
Yeah.
a digital avatar. So
Yeah.
the content itself has to be good and inspiring. I think that's the key. So yeah, I think we don't really care whether it's the people or a team of people using
Yeah.
our products. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And how can people start using your app? Like how does it work exactly?
Well, I mean, it's really simple. Like I mentioned in the previous question, like it's free. So if you want to make more passive income with less sweat, just sign up. It's very simple. We don't have like a application or approval process.
Yeah.
So anyone can sign up. Anyone, it doesn't matter. You're a creator, you're a fashion lover, you're just a big shopper. Just sign up, create your own store. That's it. Voila. Yeah.
So basically, for our listeners, they just have to download the app and link it to their Instagram and TikTok, whatever, and they can start using it. Right? It's
Yeah,
that
I mean, whether
simple.
you're a mobile user, sure, download the app. If you are not a mobile user, you like the traditional PC, the website works just fine.
Oh,
perfect.
interesting.
Yeah, great.
Good. Do you have any specific point which you would like to share?
Yeah. If we have missed anything.
Let me think. Anything I like to add? Well, I guess I just like to add one more. Like while we're building this tool for creators, I also realized that most creators or the so-called influencers, it doesn't matter like if they're a micro influencer, like macro, big one, or a influencer with only a couple of thousand followers. Most of them even today still do not live a fancy life. So being a creator is kind of like an entrepreneurship. You show people the best side of you. I mean, I'm sure you guys know this. We're all entrepreneurs. You show people the best side of you, but you really have to work really hard. We are not camera, right? So to make a living out of it, it just add like extra pressure and anxiety. So the more we do this, the more we want to support creators to grow, and we want to build a union for them so that they work on their own terms and be compensated for what they deserve. So not just other format of ads. They are people. So they produce genuine and authentic content. So that's something like we really cherish and we try to preserve.
That's a really good point that you highlighted. And content creation is truly full-time job. It's 24/7 job. You have to work on a lot of things, not just in front of camera, but also behind the camera. So
And I think so. With your brand, I think so the creators get the power to actually make money out of what they are doing and not depend on ads or any other platforms, because that becomes difficult because of the algorithm, etc. But I think this gives them that power to
and whatever they are using, adding in their image or anything, everything adds a certain value. Then it makes sense why we have these product or props in the picture, because it is adding some sort of value to the final goal, like because they will link it to Voila, and then that's how it is going to work. And the landing page would be the brand website, or like this is the way it is going to work. So that's really interesting.
So with your brand, you have covered like all fashion products, clothing, accessories, makeups, everything. Okay, and lifestyle as well.
beauty, skincare, like home decor.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much anything fashion, beauty, lifestyle related.
Okay. Okay.
Very,
Perfect.
very interesting. We hope that more content creators in India come to know about this app through our podcast. We really hope, because this is really a very friendly app and very
innovative,
beneficial.
yeah, and very beneficial for almost everyone.
Yeah, for brands and content creator. Both.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think with this we come to the end of our interview. We would like to thank you to take the time off for doing this interview with us. It was a pleasure to have you on. We are so excited to see Vola's growth and how it has changed the landscape of fashion industry today. Thank you so much for joining us, Kay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing the opportunity for me to connect with your audience.